Hello, it is Sunday, January 25th, 2026. I'm Chris Remo, and welcome back to the New York Times Crossword Daily Solve. It's a Sunday crossword today, so we're going to be solving a big Sunday grid, and I don't have a huge amount of time in which to solve it, unfortunately. It's one of those mornings in which just everything is kind of overlapping, and I'm in a bit of a rush, so I'm sorry about that. We'll see if I can get through this in a reasonable amount of time. And today's hopefully not too lengthy edition of the Daily Solve has been brought to us by Michael Lang, Brett Sandman, and as always, the indomitable Showmaster and the indefinable Charlie Paget. Thank you so much to those four benefactors of the Daily Solve Patreon Patreon campaign for their generous support. They keep this channel going. They inspire me to speed through these puzzles even when I've got very little time, and I'm very grateful to them for that. Thanks to those four and to everybody who supports the channel via Patreon, which you can also do at patreon.com/dailysolve or via the description field link. You'll find bonus videos there for patrons, and for benefactors like those four I've mentioned, there's the official Daily Solve coffee mug. Thank you so much to everybody who supports the channel via Patreon at any level. I really do appreciate it. All right, let's get on to today's crossword by Mark McLaughlin, who's responsible for around half a dozen puzzles for the New York Times. It's a big Sunday grid entitled Alert, Alert, which certainly reflects my slightly frantic feeling right now. I need to get through this puzzle reasonably quickly. And it was edited, as always, by Will Shorts. Let's start solving. Okay, baggage accessory. A strap? I don't know, is that a label or something? No, this is wrong. Major New York Stock Exchange events, or IPOs, initial public offerings. So what's the baggage accessory? I don't know. Home of Diego Velázquez's Las Meninas. The Prada Museum. Beat handily. I can't think what that is. See you later. Ta-ta? Deck out. Adorn something with decoration. Walk. Saunter? That's too long. Baggage accessory. ID tag, huh? Beat handily. Drub. You say you gave someone a drubbing. Yeah, food court pizzeria Sbarro. That's a pizza chain. Walk. That cabinet with plates looks awfully full. Okay, well, that reads like a theme clue, doesn't it? Out of space or something? Walk. I have no idea what this is. Okay, let's come back to it. A noble gas. Neon is a noble gas. Walk. Surely this is obvious. I don't know why I can't think what that is. Thingamabob. Doohickey or a kind of orange. A navel orange. This is orange, the fruit, rather than the color. Cheese in a wax coating. Edam, as famously in a wax coating. So what's this? Walk. Go free. Oh, Prado. Sorry. Sorry, that was an early error that foiled me later. Okay, so the Prado Museum, of course, and then to walk is to go free from prison. There we go. Thingamabob is a doodad. There we go. So that cabinet with plate looks awfully full. Out of drawer. I don't know. I don't know. Cable company that was purchased by AT&T in 1999. MCI, I sort of remember. Was that? No, that wasn't a cable company. That was a phone company, I think. I don't know. I don't remember this. Apple TV comedy that received 20 Emmy nominations for its first season. Apple TV comedy. I don't think I know. Oh, The Studio? Does that fit? No. Okay, I don't know. I don't know what this one is. Okay, what blank? What else, maybe? Oh, out of dish space? Oh, out of dish space from out of disk space, maybe. Out of disk space is the kind of alert your computer might give you in terms of the puzzle being called Alert, Alert. So maybe we're punnily changing it to out of dish space for that cabinet with plates being awfully full. Okay. Maybe this is MCI. I guess I don't really remember what MCI actually was. I want to hear about that. Clue me in. There we go. William, Edward, and Harry, e.g. I'm not sure. Apple TV comedy. Do I know what this is? I'm not sure if I will or not. To a blank degree, to a lesser degree. Stage booster. An amp. On stage in a musical performance, an amp boosts the sound. Domain for salty dogs, the sea. So salty dogs could be sailors on the sea. Urges to attack with on. So you sick on, like you sick a dog on someone, you urge the dog to attack them. What this hand has: the ace of spades, the ace of diamonds, the king of spades, the queen of hearts, and the six of spades. Sorry, that was the ace of clubs we started with. Sorry. One pair, I guess. That seems to be all that it has. Oh, Ted Lasso. Oh, okay. So this is TC something. Is it TCI? Oh, boy, I don't recognize that at all. Is that correct? Should I delete these? I'm not sure. Maybe it is still out of disk space for some reason. So this is Ted Lasso. That's correct. I have seen that. So what are William, Edward, and Harry, e.g.? Oh, Dukes. Yeah, they probably have the title of Duke of various places in the UK. Okay, so out of desk space, or it is disk space. Okay. TCI, but I don't recognize that at all. I have no memory of this company. TCI. Is that right? Hope so. So this is out. This is the thing that I thought it was going to be a sort of pun on, which is out of disk space, which makes sense because we've got, plates are essentially disks, so that's fine. Okay, great. So we're moving on. That's our alert. Resort amenity could be a spa. Either side of a cheerleader's A would be one of their arms, if they're sort of holding up arms to make an A. It's good for the long haul would be a semi-truck. It's not optional would be a must, right? Silicon Valley giant Intel, I suppose. Is Intel headquartered in Silicon Valley? It's saying It's saying you completed the marathon in under 2 hours, which can't be right. Run time low or something. Run time, something like that. Run time neat, tidy. Mix up is to stir, food, for instance. Sneaker brand that popularized cantilever heels. Avia? One cutting corners and trade discount quintet. Trade discount, what does that mean? Sorry. Trade discount quintet. Quintet, I assume, means it's going to be 5 letters. Oh, is it? Oh, it's A-E-I-O-U. It's vowels, right? This phrase, trade discount, has all 5 vowels. A-E-I-O-U. And it has each of them exactly once. So it has these 5 vowels precisely. Okay, one cutting corners. Is that a cough I hear? Something virus detected. There we go. Okay, so the theme is simply that we've got a number of traditional, common computer alerts, and they're standing in for things you might warn about that are completely unrelated to computers. Okay, Pioneer DVR brand TiVo was one of those digital video recorder, maybe. George Orwell's first name at birth, Eric. What was George Orwell's name? Eric. I know it, but I can't think. But yeah, George Orwell was his pen name. Private investigator, informally. A detective. Tech drawn from the word detective. Purchased for the Atari 2600 a cartridge with a game on it. For the Atari 2600 video game console. Persian Gulf nation, Iraq probably. One of Adolf Anderson's sacrifices in the immortal game against Lionel Kizaritsky, Queen. I don't know I'm not familiar enough with chess history and chess performance to know this specifically, but this must have been the case. Okay, the planets in our solar system, e.g., would be an octet. There are 8 of them after Pluto's demotion. German for city is Stadt, S-T-A-D-T. Not fantastical would be real. Visit, as for a safety check, would be to look into, something like that. Sorry, we'll have to put the old panes back in. Window something, window panes. Windows unsupported or something? I don't know. Frayed. Worn, if, a blanket is frayed, it's worn. Group of humpbacks. Yeah, a group of whales is a pod. So you could have humpback whales. Smallest Canadian province probably must be Prince Edward Island, PEI. Little bits of energy are ergs as a unit of energy in physics. Canning package, question mark, not sure what we're looking for there. Gimme, gimme, I need it. Court order is a writ. Tora Bora embattled Afghan region, yeah, famously. One cutting corners, right, what is this? Some kind of saw, a miter saw. Would literally cut corners. Oh, is it spelled ER in this? Yeah, sci-fi princess would be Leia from Star Wars. Something to pitch would be, not sure, La Città Eterna would be, yeah, the Eternal City in Italian would be Rome. There we go. Okay, something to pitch would be, you pitch camp, set up camp for the night. Windows upgrade or update required, probably. No. Windows update needed, maybe? Yeah, Windows update needed. That sounds... Sorry, we'll have to put the old panes back in. Wait a second. Surely, if we're updating the Windows, maybe Windows update failed? Because if we're putting the old panes back in, we're not updating the Windows. So it must be Windows update failed. Okay. Mathematician Lovelace, Ada Lovelace, famously sometimes referred to as the first computer programmer, for her work with Charles Babbage. Tel Aviv, there we go, the city. With in was. Oh yeah, in French would be avec. There we go. So with in French is avec, and we're using a French place name to indicate that. Color of undyed linen. Is that ecru, maybe? Kind of off-white color. I'm not sure this is right, but let's see. Exam marks are ticks if you sort of tick off the correct answers on someone's exam. V-shaped designs are chevrons. New Zealanders familiarly are Kiwis. Reason for turbulence is... What is the reason for turbulence on an aircraft? What is specifically the reason for it? I don't remember. I have read about this, but I'm not sure. Mallorca, por ejemplo, an isla. So, Mallorca, an example of an island, and then we're using island in Spanish. Those pancakes are piled way too high. Stack overflow, which is a sort of computer issue with something to do with, the memory stack getting full. And in this case, it's a stack of pancakes, which is overflowing. Okay, university worker. A prof, a professor, probably. Haunted house sound would be a hoot or something, or a howl, or maybe a howl, like a wolf howl. Easily detached. Tearaway, like a perforated sheet. Designer Saint Laurent, Yves Saint Laurent, the famous fashion designer. Human organ with the ability to regenerate itself, the liver, right? So this is howl. And then event for VIP customers, a private something, or pre-sale maybe. You can buy it before it's on sale to the public. Actress Edibiri of the Bear. Okay. Ado, surely. No, Io. No, oh no, how have I forgotten this again? Prosthetic facial feature of Peter Falk. Oh, he had a glass eye. Io, it is Io. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, Peter Falk had a glass eye. That's right. So it's sort of distinctive feature of his. Great actor. It's saying you completed the marathon in under 2 hours, which can't be right. Run time. I still don't know what this one is. I've looked at it before. Sphere of creativity would be arts something. Bob, who hosted America's Funniest Home Videos. But is this not glass eye? Is it false eye or something? Oh, I was thinking of the wrong game show Bob. This is Bob Saget. Okay, maybe this is still glass eye then. Convey. Pete, who co-wrote If I Had a Hammer. Pete Seeger, I think, wrote that song. Who did he co-write it with? I'm not sure. Skincare company, a V, I can never remember if this is a Vida or Vina or Vida or Vino, Vido, I'm not sure. Something like that, but I think it starts this way. Football snapper, I don't know. In which baby spiders develop in an egg sac. Yeah, sometimes somewhat distressingly when you discover. Makeshift replacement for a Kleenex would be your sleeve. I see. You sort of just wipe your nose on your sleeve. Triangular sail is a Latin sail. That's what that is. So fluency building subject would be ESL, English as a second language. And then to convey is to get something across. Skincare company, right. So sphere of creativity is the art scene. Football snapper is a center, I suppose. Runtime error, I see. So this is not being surprised you ran the marathon under 2 hours. It's actually genuinely not believing it, believing that the timer was faulty or something. Okay, so freight barge would be, I'm not sure, a ship, I guess. That seems too obvious. Sightseeing list is, I'm not sure. Forte, loud. Not forte like your specialty, but rather forte in music dynamics. So piano being quiet and forte being loud. Animal whose name sounds like a pronoun. You, a female sheep. Freight barge, scow. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Something to use on your brake. A cue stick using to break pool balls on a pool table. So sightseeing list would be access something? Not sure. Is this an S? Course that doesn't require much studying, an easy A. Right. And then NHL team with the longest Stanley Cup drought familiarly. The Leafs, I guess? Is that the Toronto Maple Leafs? I've heard of that team at least. It's just under a foot. The sole of your shoe. Sightseeing list, access low? Access log. Right, okay. So the places you've accessed could be the sites you've seen. And this is site spelled like location, not site like seeing the sights, S-I-G-H-T. Modern sees the day, YOLO, you only live once. If you're stunned, you're awed. Word found in all but 4 state constitutions, but not the U.S. Constitution, is God. That's an interesting fact. Okay, boxy transport would be a van. Yeah, vans are boxy. Canning package, not sure. Reason for turbulence is, maybe it's not aircraft turbulence, maybe it's some other sort. Anatomical appendage that only humans and gorillas have. Is it a uvula? I didn't know that. That's really interesting. We are great apes, I suppose, and so in our sort of, species-wise. Like close, whatever the group, that's whatever category you call that. Like close-fitting clothes. They're snug. Hardly a team player would be an egoist, right? Undesirable roommate would be a slob. Puts up a false front would be, I don't know. Isn't feeling great, ails, is sick. Puts up a false front. Bluffs, there we go, that's what that is. Beverage brewed outside using natural heat, sun tea. Yeah, okay, let's go. We left some of these aside. Part of a bouquet in Bogota. So it's another Spanish answer that we need. Reason for turbulence, ship that transported the Golden Fleece, the Argo. Oh, flor for flower. So part of a bouquet of flowers. Reason for turbulence, I'm amazed that I still have no clue what this is. Betrays in a way. Fingers? Like betray someone to the police? Your emery board will never fit in this tiny toiletry bag. Not sure. Okay, visit as for a safety check. Yeah, look in on or look into. Probably look in on. You're visiting somewhere, you're looking in on it. That's my guess. Canning package. Part of MO. Modus operandi or MO. Why can't I think what this means other than modus operandi? Symbol of transformation in The Silence of the Lambs. I mean, I've certainly seen this movie, not recent. I've probably seen it at least twice. It's a great film, but not recently enough to remember what this is. I'm sure it should be obvious. Oh, is it the moth? Oh, storm is a reason for turbulence. Oh, that was more straightforward than I was making it. I thought it was going to be something about, I don't know. I don't know what I thought. I thought it was going to be more complex than that. That's fine. That's good. Your emery board will never fit in this tiny toiletry bag. Could it be something too large? Blank May Brown, Whoopi's role in Ghost. I can't remember. Okay. Your emery board will never fit in this tiny toiletry bag. File too large. Oh, that's funny, because an emery board is literally a file to file your nails. Okay. Like an unnatural smile, it's forced. Tech debut of 2007. I don't know. I don't know. Examine creepily to leer at. Part of Emma. Oh, it is this. Oh, why did I think it couldn't be that? That's weird. Did I have something else incorrectly in there, or did I just not even try it? I don't even think I tried it. That's bizarre. Okay. So it was modus operandi. Tech debut of 2007. Is it an IP? No, it's the iPhone. The iPhone came out in 2007, of course. Okay. Large flightless birds are rares. Canning package. Oh, I see. Severance. Your canning is in you're firing people, and you're giving them a severance package. You're giving them, sort of redundancy payment. Corned beef. There we go. Computer model inputs would be data sets. Passes a law would be enacts a law. Spring forward hours are daylight savings time. It's when you move the clocks. And then if you have no stomach for something, you detest it. Great. Okay, so this is working. Betrays in a way, flips on. Right. Okay, same idea. And then Natural Poetry Month is April. So Oda Mae Brown. There we go. Whoopi Goldberg's role in Ghost. Surrealist Magritte. Rene Magritte was a painter. Your waiter's nowhere to be seen. Something not found. Server not found. Right, of course. Okay, probably maybe the most sort of common error someone might encounter in this whole puzzle. The 404 error. Chips may go into it. Chips may go into, I don't know. Illegally interfere with as an election would be to rig it. Remote abbreviation is volume, sort of abbreviation on a remote control. World's most produced organic compound is ethene. Property of curium, but not cerium. One moment. Okay, sorry, I had a knock at the door. Oops. Okay, property of curium, but not cerium. I don't actually know this. I'm not sure. Eavesdrop, e.g., would be to snore. Fit of irritation would be a snit, maybe. Just in a bit of a mood. Fish in niçoise salad is tuna. Oh, well, we need to finish this because we've got all the help we're going to get. So what are these? Chips may go into it. Onion dip, yeah. Property of curium, but not... Oh. It's a hard C. It's not a property of the substance. It's the word itself. Curium has a hard C and cerium does not. So we pronounce the C like an S. Okay, so if one doesn't care for something, one neglects it, and then special ops, special operations in a sort of military context. Cuts off is ends. Actor Brody of the OC. I have no idea. I've never seen that. Oh, this looks wrong. Jane who received a Screen Actors Guild Life Achievement Award. Jane Fonda, probably. So, eavesdrop is to snoop. There we go. What did I put? I don't know. Jane Fonda, and then Adam Brody, I guess. And unexpected jerk is a spasm. There we go. All right, that was the Sunday crossword. Let's quickly look over our theme, and then I have to dash. So we've got alert. We've got a series of alerts that are associated with computing in some way, and yet we're applying them to mundane daily non-computing situations. That cabinet with plates looks awfully full, out of disk space. It's saying you completed the marathon in under 2 hours, which can't be right. Runtime error. Is that a cough I hear? Virus detected. Sorry, we'll have to put the old panes back in. It's preposterous. Windows update failed. Those pancakes are piled way too high. Stack overflow. Your emery board will never fit in this tiny toiletry bag. File too large. And finally, your waiter's nowhere to be seen. Server not found. There we have it. That was Alert Alert, a Sunday crossword that, as is often the case on Sunday, makes use of this big grid with plenty of theme answers. And that was that. It was fortunately a reasonably smooth solving puzzle, generally speaking, but let me know how you fared with it in the comments or the Daily Solve Discord chat server, a nice friendly chat community linked in the description field. I'll be back tomorrow for a much quicker solve on Monday, so join me for that. But until then, please do have an excellent remainder of your Sunday. Take care.